you've probably been cooking and baking and doing lots of things in your kitchen these last few weeks, but today we're gonna make something that I think is a necessity for Passover, and it's called chocolate matzah. Some people call it candy matzah. I think I call it chocolate matzah. So you don't need many ingredients, and I'm gonna take you through a little recipe. Follow along. So first thing you wanna do is line your baking sheets with tin foil, and then place the matzah on top after you've sprayed it really, really well. When the pieces of matzah don't fit, you simply can just break a piece to fit in any empty spots, just like that. So you want to take 6 to 8 pieces of matzah, spray your pans, lay them on. All right, next step, we got the pot. We're going to turn our element on, and we're going to put in 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of brown sugar, okay? We barely made it because everyone in my house has been eating brown sugar. So 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar into the pot, and we're gonna wait for this to come to a nice boil, which I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it would be time to take it off the pot. All right, when your butter and brown sugar mixture starts to boil, this is what it should start to look like. And don't be scared of this. It looks a little odd, but you really, really, really have to let it boil. I mean, even longer than this, okay? So just continue to let it boil, and you can also be stirring it at the same time, just so that it doesn't burn. You don't want it to burn, okay? So just continue to stir it. All right, I've let this boil quite enough, and as you can see, it's starting to almost look like caramel. So we're gonna take this off the stove, and this is the part that's a little tricky, but be really, really careful. At this point, you wanna just pour this onto your matzah. And you wanna try and spread it out evenly. So what I like to do is pour some drops on so that it's sort of, I know it's gonna be enough to cover that whole pan. And then I'm gonna spread it with a spit. Just make sure you kind of get it even onto every sheet of the matzah. Spread it out a little, okay? So you want to do this onto all the boards of matzah. I'm just getting it nice and even. Next step is just popping it into a 350-degree oven. And we're gonna bake this for 15 minutes, but you're gonna have to really, really watch it closely. Okay, I will tell you that I know every oven varies, and you really need to leave it in until it starts to brown. I actually had to leave mine in a couple minutes longer than the 15-minute recommended. So when it comes out, it should be on the brown color side. Otherwise, it's not going to work if it's too light. So this is how it should look right when you get it out. And this is one of my very favorite parts that we do. We take some chocolate chips and we sprinkle them. A really, really generous amount sprinkled on top. Now you have to do this right when it comes out of the oven. If you don't do this when it comes out of the oven, you will not really be able to melt it, okay? So remember, do this as soon as it comes out of the oven. And then, once you have a really nice amount, just let it sit for a couple minutes, even a couple seconds. It's hard to resist doing it. Just watch this sort of melt for about a minute or two. I love this part. Okay, so if you wait a minute or two, right when you start to spread it, it will be so nicely melted that you really won't have to do much, and it will just start spreading on its own. So let's just get it all nice and spread out. Okay, so this is what it looks like once you spread the chocolate all over. And this is another one of my favorite parts, the toppings. Now for toppings, you really could do anything. The 3 toppings that I kind of choose are either slivered almonds or sprinkles or some white chocolate drizzle. And I'll show you how to do each of them. This is the white chocolate melted, and you just take it with a fork, and really you just want to drizzle it however you want, backward and forward. You can really kind of go crazy with this, but I always think the white chocolate on top looks really good. And also, if you wanted to, you could start with the white on the bottom and do the reverse and do a chocolate drizzle on the top. So this is white chocolate drizzle. Options are the slivered almonds, which is always a big hit with my family. And then I'll do part of this with some sprinkles. So really there is no wrong or right way to do this. Go nuts, make it colorful, make it pretty. You can even, if you wanted, you could do like all three. You could do some sprinkles and some drizzle and some almonds. And really the last step after you've got all your matzah decorated is simply to put it in the freezer. This is what it looks like when it comes out. And I mentioned you can put it in your freezer, but really depends how fast you want to eat it. If you want it to be ready quicker, put it in your freezer. If not, you can just put it in your fridge, and then really you can break it however you want to break it, and then all you got to do is eat it.